Hey everybody, I'm Kathi Sottosanti. Welcome to Coaching with Kathi, your channel for change. So today I'm with my buddy Freddie.
Yeah, buddy.
And we're going to talk about weight loss and the different phases. Because we want you to hang in there, we want you to enjoy your journey, and we want you to know that you have a team behind you. So there are 3 phases. The beginning, getting started, tough phase. The apparent middle, which it's not, because there is no real middle in this journey of health and taking care of yourself. And then there's maintenance, which we hope to achieve and get to a place where we're going to be taking care of ourselves for the rest of our lives. So
maintenance is the last phase, but
maintenance is real forever. Life. Yeah. Maintenance is life. Maintenance, it really is taking on...
You better have your habits in good by the time
Well, that's
you
what I
get
was
to
just going to say. Right. Taking on those habits that you have recreated or created for the first time, and then applying them in a completely new way of living than anything you've experienced before.
Absolutely.
And so Freddie's lost 90 pounds with me in the past. We're on our second round here. He had gained it all back, 331 pounds. Yeah. And that's all right, because you know what? It's a fresh start, and we always have a chance to reclaim our goals. So back in February, got a phone call and started the very next morning.
Yep.
Right now, 64 pounds down. And
6 months now, right?
Yeah, started in February. So feeling so much better. So the beginning, really hard part, getting started. 331 pounds, 5'6.5", not feeling good in his own skin, uncomfortable in a studio environment, and working hard.
My eyes were like shut. And I look at pictures and videos from before. My eyes were shut because my face was so like puffy. It really was a big difference.
And that's just inflammation from all the wrong foods. So the right foods come into play. We hit this spot where we're at now, which is 64 pounds down. There's a journey to go, because when we get to where we're feeling fit, we don't know that number yet. We won't know it till you're there and you're feeling it. Now it's maintenance phase forever and ever. Amen. So
absolutely,
this is the tough part in a different way. You get to this place, and last weekend he's playing soccer with the kids in the park. Could you have done that last summer?
Absolutely not.
How did it feel?
Phenomenal. It was great. I felt good.
Yeah, so it's that feeling that we want to hold on to. Not aesthetics and this and that, that'll come. But the feeling is what is going to motivate most, I think, the strongest. So like feeling amazing with your kids. Huge why. That's a huge why to do this.
And when you start feeling this way, you have to get out and do it more.
Right.
So you embrace it, because that's, like anything else, you want more of what feels good. So just because last weekend I felt good with the kids, if I don't get out there, on at least a semi-daily basis, I don't get that great feeling all the time, and that's when you start slipping, because you forget,
Right.
Last week I felt good. Well, you need to feel good on a regular basis, or it doesn't work.
It is your right to feel good.
Absolutely.
It is wrong to not feel good. So that's why we're doing this.
Find time to put yourself in them spots.
You have to, 100%. So we were talking, and this conversation came up based on the fact that he felt like he was in the middle of beginning and middle of reaching target. But in this kind of category, there's phases, no real beginning, middle, and end, since we're never going to end again.
Yeah, I know. It's all mind frame, how you're looking at it.
Yeah. So
I keep saying to myself, and I want to change it, leading up to today when we were just talking, I always say to myself, like, on the journey and have a goal, and everything you hear is like, starting weight and goal weight, and that's a bad way to look at it, because even though that's for your weight, but it has nothing to do with your journey and where you're at and your fitness, especially your fitness. I guess you could have a start, middle, and end with your weight.
With your weight, but with feeling,
yeah,
there is no start. I felt bad in my own skin. I didn't feel good. I'm feeling better, which is so awesome.
At my old job, I used to have a guy who was a thin, older Italian guy, and we used to go for a walk every once in a while. We just like bullshit because we worked at night, and he would put on a couple pounds because we worked nights, and he'd have a couple slices of pizza, and he'd put on like 5 pounds, and he'd always say how when we were walking he could feel it, and I'd turn around and look at him, I'd say, do you see me? Like, do I want to hear you say that? And I never really understood in my head that it doesn't matter how big you are, it doesn't matter whatever, you put on a couple pounds and your body feels that difference.
Right.
So even
at any size.
Yeah, even if you get down to whatever your goal weight is, and then you put on 5 or 10 pounds, if you're not staying that line, you're going to feel crappy. And when you start feeling crappy, the old us goes back into, well, I already feel crappy, so I'll have another slice. I'll do another, eat something wrong, make another bad choice, and that's how you end up back up.
Right. So it's about how quickly you recover, not how many times you fall off, but how quickly you get it back, because this is going to be formulating a whole new way of life. It's not about those 2 slices or the cannoli that's going to lead to the landslide. It's going to be about those 2 slices, cannoli, forgiveness,
yes,
and back on track.
The first time we were together, I had a good way to lose the weight, but it was not a good way to lose the weight that had forgiveness for messing up.
Right.
Because once I messed up, I couldn't get back on that same journey I was on, because it was too hard to get back on. It was a tough one I was in already. Like, the whole no carbs, the whole doing things right. It was paleo, but it turned into more no carbs as I needed to lose more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when you introduce the carbs again, especially like cannoli, madon, it was bad, and I'm not there now. So like,
it's a different mindset.
Yeah. Now I eat things. In the last few months, during the 1 month that I lost the most, I probably had 3 slices of pizza throughout that month, but it was only 1 slice at one time, and there was a difference. Like,
right.
And my brain didn't even think of it as cheating. It was just part of my diet.
But it's not. It's treating. And so
yes.
if we're on a restricted meal plan, and then we give our body some extra food, and you're telling your body that you can release the weight because you're not in starvation mode. So it's actually a good thing to every now and again have that treat. Have it. Eat it.
And when you're confident that you're losing, you're okay if you do something that you gain a pound or 2.
Yeah.
Throughout this 6 months, I had a couple spots where I gained a couple pounds on and off, and I didn't panic.
Nope.
I'd tell you about it or something, but I didn't panic. And it came right back off,
it's
a day
just
or 2.
rechecking in.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to panic, just because I've literally been within a pound or 2 for like a month now, and so what was working before, where I didn't panic and it just naturally started going down again, it's not happening
so
again
then
now.
We change it up again, and now I'm saying we add more protein, because by adding more protein we increase the lean muscle. When you increase the lean muscle, that's how we increase our metabolism. So he says he's afraid to add in that one more thing.
Because of what happened last time.
Right, but it's not adding it, it's adding in nutrition to build the muscle.
We're going to start with the protein shake.
We are going to start with it,
I did it 2 nights. Going to see how that goes, at least give it a week or 2. See if I could see a little difference. As long as it doesn't go up,
Trust
I like
the process.
adding good things. Yeah.
Trust the process.
Absolutely.
Trust the process.
Didn't notice a difference today because I was sore going into class, but yesterday I noticed the difference. Yesterday morning.
Yeah, but you also, today's workout was really hard.
All 3 days.
And you really nailed it.
Yeah.
So that's just because you're able to put more into it now, and it's unbelievable.
I don't want to be able to do burpees right now, because the fact that I can do it means I have to do them.
Yeah, he's got to do it.
Stink.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's part of the program. So we're here, we're on a journey. There is no middle. There may be a middle in your number goal, but there is no middle in your lifelong health goal. So that's just something to keep in mind. Phases, they're phases. You just got to stay on track, stay strong, and stay in the game, and let your mindset know that this is going to be going for the rest of your life. But that's a good thing, because what it equals is feeling amazing. And we want to feel amazing. It's your right
Absolutely.
to feel amazing. It's your right to feel amazing.
I love feeling amazing. I want to feel more of it. It's awesome.
Thank you.